सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. We'll see a few questions, then enter into the today's sutra. There are many personal questions like asking for darshan and asking for healing. You can ask in the end of the session, the energy darshan. One question, Swamiji, please explain how to observe cravings and aversion. I don't know how to observe thoughts, but get entangled in it time and over again. First thing, the moment you start giving the label, this is aversion, this is craving, you are clutched, connected to the thought. Don't even give the label. This is love, this is a hatred. When it goes in front of your inner space, just witness it. The moment you start saying, this is my hatred, this is my love, or this is my aversion or craving, the moment you gave this title, it won't be possible for you to be a witness. You can't be witness. You already judged. How can you be witness? The moment you judged, you will either try to act for the thought or against the thought. Suppression, expression, both are going to create problem for you. Why you try to suppress or express? When you give meaning to the thought, you try to suppress or express. Do not try to give a meaning. Do not try to bother about the idea. This is craving, this is aversion. The moment you give the title, you are caught. Just witness. And you are asking, I don't know how to observe thoughts. The moment you say, thoughts are rising in you, you have the power to observe. Unless you can observe, how can you even title? If you have the power and ability to title, you have the efficiency and power to observe. That is why you are able to title. Just be a little more intelligent and observe, that's all. Buddha taught Anatman, no soul. Others teach Atman, union with the soul. How do you reconcile these concepts? Whether no soul or soul, Anatma or Atma, both the words you will not be able to understand unless you experience. Beautiful story from Ramakrishna. 4 people are fighting near a lake. One guy was telling, I know for sure in this lake there is water. The other guy says, no, my grandfather created this lake. There is only pani. Pani is the Hindi word for water. It's only pani. Third guy says, no, 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 my grandfather is living from time immemorial in this area. For generations we are living. It's only Nilu. The fourth guy is saying, no, 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 all 3 of you wrong. There's something else. All the 4 are fighting. saying it is water, it is pani, it is nilu. Each one is using the different language words to express the same concept. And all the four are fighting. They did not have patience to just look in. If they had a little patience to look in, to get into the lake, all four would have laughed, oh God, we were talking about the same thing, different name. Same thing, different name. But unfortunately, they neither had patience nor had sympathy towards each other to wait or look into the tank. All four fought and killed each other. That's the same thing. Whether it is Anatman or Atman, Nirvana, Atmajnana, Brahmajnana, God realization, anything. You are using different words, different terminology for the same experience. Have little patience and sympathy. Look in. You will understand all words are leading to the same truth. Maybe different word, same truth. If I meditate every day, will that be enough to bring me enlightenment? Or is there something else I should do? Meditation is more than enough for enlightenment. I can say enlightenment guaranteed, okay? How to balance the inner space with the outward expression. Again, meditation is the only answer, because straightening your inner space and outer expression and connecting both of them is what we call living a truthful life. Meditation is the only way to get the courage to do that. Is enlightenment the natural human state, or is it a transcendence of human state? Surely it is a transcendence of human state. Whatever you think as human state is not complete. You are only seed, potential, possibility. You are not tree, you are not actuality. Your actuality is enlightenment. You are called as a human being in your potential state, in your actual state, realized state. You are called as an enlightened being. You are not you are not a human being with a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being with a human experience. Understand the difference? You are not human being with a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being with human experience.